It will
Hmm.
either start to bounce up from here pretty aggressively, or it will fall through like a freaking stone, and then I will lose my ass.
Forex Morning Mayhem is a must-listen podcast for currency traders. Get a curated watch list, insightful market analysis, and crucial news updates, plus trading tips for all levels. But remember, it's educational, not investment advice. Scan the QR code in the description to join our free Trade Faction Slack channel for live trade calls. If you like the podcast, please follow and share. Let's get started. Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, May 28th, 2025, and you're listening to Forex Morning Mayhem. It's time for the daily market briefing. In today's headlines, European stocks and US futures are lower ahead of key Nvidia earnings and economic data. The US dollar extends gains, while the New Zealand dollar outperforms after a hawkish RBNZ cut. A weak 40-year JGB auctions weighs on bonds. Energy markets await OPEC decisions. Metals are flat. President Trump jokes Canada can join the US missile defense system if it becomes the 51st state. Markets eye the Richmond Fed Index, FOMC minutes, OPEC, central bank speakers, US supply, and earnings from Nvidia and others. Stay tuned for a currency market update with Bill and Dave next. Thanks for listening to Forex Morning Mayhem. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review if you like the show.
Now I have a new contract, and it is to develop multiple certifications for artificial intelligence. So we're working on one for large language models right now, and another one for generative AI. And I am on a panel with the biggest fucking nerds I have ever been with my life.
Mm.
They're, of course, quite brilliant.
Yeah.
And that's taking up hours and hours. Like yesterday, I was on a Zoom from 8 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. My ass hurt when I was done because it's international people. So they're just trying to do it when people can be available.
Yeah.
So that was a long-winded explanation as to why I changed things.
Got
I
it.
still, of course, want to trade and make money, but I can't do the super micro time frames because I can't pay attention that close. Okay.
I
Okay.
was,
So that's what that is all about. So what I did was a couple of things. One is I went up to a 15-minute time frame.
okay.
Dude, Grizzly's going crazy. So that was the first thing. The second thing that I did was
Yeah.
and then bounces off of them. Those work really well. So I created an alert for
Hmm.
that.
Price is entered into a significant order.
So that's what that is all about. Another thing that I did here was you'll notice there's a few new things in the HUD.
I have.
So I spent a lot of time working with AI to identify what the perfect settings would be for the different types of trading strategies.
Okay.
So I have scalping, day trading, swing trading, and custom. It has different settings for the different things that I'm following here, like exponential moving averages. The coolest thing that I invented here was adding in this volume filtering. So here is the basic of it. I'm going to draw it because it's so fucking easy. It's simple. So I've got a whole bunch of indicators, right? And basically what I want to do is they all got to be pointing the same way in order for it to identify a opportunity. All right.
Okay.
So the machine learning's got to be saying it's a short. The moving averages had to cross. The ADX got to be going that way. RSI's got to be going down, and volume's got to be going ape shit.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So the stars must align.
Yes, exactly. All the planets must be in alignment for a signal to fire.
Gotcha.
Okay. So that being said, where the fuck are they? They don't fire very often, but they are accurate.
Mhm.
Okay. So here's one that just fired in the past here. So when you get one of those, they're probably going to be pretty good.
Okay.
But you're not going to get one of those. And this is going to say a long or a short opportunity. So when you see
Mhm.
them, you know what you're looking at. Okay. Now there's a secondary signal, which I am calling a pivot. And that is one of these where you
Mhm.
see a transition from it's been going up, up, and now it's crossing and going down. But there's a lot of fake-o makos of those, all right? So when you see a pivot, that means you have an opportunity, but you should have a very tight stop in case it
Okay.
flip-flops in the other direction for you. Those are going to be the alerts that you will see on here. Last but not least, I took one currency pair away because I didn't like the way it was functioning, and I
Okay.
added a new one. Two new ones, yeah. USD Chief and Pound Dollar. So that's what that's all about. So I think that was everything. Boy, that was a bunch.
Are you an active trader looking to elevate your trading skills? We invite you to join the Trade Faction, a community where you can witness trades called out live. To connect with fellow traders and gain real-time insights, simply click the link in the description or scan the QR code to join our free Slack channel. This is a great opportunity to enhance your trading strategies and stay ahead of the market. So what are you waiting for? Click that link or scan the QR code now and become part of the Trade Faction today.
And let's start with the currency pairs. So here we go. This is the Aussie US dollar. First thing I wanted to mention was we are using a 15-minute time frame. I am paying special attention to transitions from longs to short. I'm calling that a pivot. I also am paying attention to when price drops into an order pool. So right now, if I look at the HUD, the last alert was 300 bars ago. So that was a long time ago, and that was a long. I have a volume filter set on this thing. So right now, volume is normal. It's not super high or super low. The current trend is bearish, it's very strong, and you can see that if you just use your eyeballs. The RSI is dropping, but hasn't quite dropped from poop to money. And
Mhm.
the style that I have, this is also new. The style that I have of trading is scalping. So we are looking for quick hits, small amounts of profit, but frequent ones, as many of those as we can get. All right, moving on to US Canadian dollar. The last indicator was a short indicator that was 700 plus bars ago. Volume right now is normal. Trend D is bullish, obviously, moving up. It's a very strong trend, so that's also good. We haven't got quite into overbought territory, but we'll get there eventually. We are bouncing off of a order pool up here of medium intensity. So there's an opportunity to maybe go short there. Next one, US Chief. This is one of the two new ones that I've added to the list. Right now, the last indicator was a short indicator 348 bars ago. Volume is normal. The trend right at the moment is bullish. It's pretty weak. The RSI isn't even close to overbought. Machine learning is bullish. No order pools in sight around here, so this one I would just probably not even pay attention to for today. Last but not least, this is the pound US dollar. The last alert was long. The volume is normal right now. The trend is bearish right at the moment, which is obvious here. The trend is very strong. We are still not quite oversold, so it does have a little bit of room to wiggle here more. AI is bearish, but we are in a very large order pool here, and I am anticipating a bounce up out of that. It did already do that once or twice. I probably should have taken the profit at that time, but I was distracted. So don't trade when you're distracted, boys and girls. So now I'm going to have to just keep an eye on that, and if it gets too out of hand, I will bail. but I think I'm going to be okay because we're right at a previously oversold location, and it usually does one of two things here. It will
Mhm.
either start to bounce up from here pretty aggressively, or it will fall through like a freaking stone, and then I will lose my ass. So that is pretty much what I have today. So hopefully, Dave,
Mm.
we're not on a highway to hell today, David. This
Don't
boomer
want to.
went to see AC/DC last weekend. So, bunch of old guys with old lady arms that can really rock and roll. All right. That is all I have for today.
All right, that sounds like a plan, Bill.
Take it easy, Dave.
Happy trading.
Bye.
Bye.